Welcome back to Anime Flash Recap. Today we're jumping into one of the creepiest and funniest adventures in One Piece, the Thriller Bark arc. Haunted ships, creepy zombies, ghosts, and one of the greatest sacrifices in anime history. Let's recap the entire arc from start to finish. The Straw Hats sail into the fog-covered Florian Triangle, a spooky sea where ships mysteriously vanish. Out of nowhere, a ghost ship appears, carrying a living skeleton.
先ほどはどうも失礼。目があったのに挨拶ができなくって。10年ぶりでしょうか？生身の方にお会いするのは。おやおや。そちら実に麗しきお嬢さん。Beautiful.
This is Brook, a gentlemanly skeleton with an afro and a strange sense of humor. He shocks the crew by asking Nami if he can see her panties, but quickly wins them over with his charm. Brook explains that he ate the Revive fruit, which let his soul return after death. Sadly, by the time he found his body, it was only bones. He also reveals his tragic dream. He wants to reunite with Laboon, the whale waiting at Reverse Mountain. Luffy instantly declares that Brook will join their crew, though Brook hesitates because his shadow was stolen. Suddenly, the Sunny is swallowed by the massive floating island ship Thriller Bark, home of the warlord Gecko Moria. Inside, things quickly turn bizarre. The crew is chased by zombies crawling out of the ground, stitched together with scars. Luffy is delighted, but Nami and Usopp scream in terror. They discover that Gecko Moria uses the Shadow fruit to steal people's shadows and place them into corpses, creating zombie soldiers. Anyone who loses their shadow can't survive in sunlight, making it a terrifying curse. Brook explains that his shadow was stolen and put into a legendary zombie samurai named Ryuma. Until he defeats Ryuma, Brook is trapped in Thriller Bark. The Straw Hats also meet strange new enemies. There's Absalom, who can turn invisible with the clear fruit and plans to force Nami into marriage. And there's Perona, who commands ghosts using the hollow fruit. Her ghosts can drain all courage from anyone they pass through. Zoro, Sanji, and even Luffy drop into depression instantly, but Usopp proves immune. Because he's already naturally negative, Perona's ghosts don't affect him at all. Usopp fights Perona in one of the arc's funniest and most clever battles. Eventually outsmarting her and knocking her out. Meanwhile, Absalom kidnaps Nami and tries to force her into a wedding. Sanji arrives just in time, furious that Absalom abused invisibility, the very power Sanji once dreamed of having. Sanji brutally beats him down, saving Nami, but the biggest threat is still ahead. Gecko Moria steals Luffy's shadow and implants it into the corpse of an ancient giant, Oars. The result is horrifying, a towering zombie with Luffy's fighting style and personality. The Straw Hats desperately try to fight Oars. Chopper discovers that Oars' spine was damaged when he was alive, so they target that weakness. Frankie builds a giant chain trap to pull Oars down. Robin uses her powers to bind his limbs, and Zoro and Sanji combine attacks. Even so, Oars shrugs off their efforts, rampaging across Thriller Bark. While this battle rages, Brook duels Ryuma to take back his shadow. Their duel is fierce, but Brook is overwhelmed. That's when Zoro steps in. Zoro fights Ryuma in a legendary sword duel.
よくこんな足場で
支えた肉体と気迫はまさに本物。
ナウタ山頂やはずきおお切り口が発火かつて伝説の侍が腰にした名刀小水あなたが主人であるならこの刀も本
After a hard-fought battle, Ryuma is impressed by Zoro's strength and gives him the Black Blade Shusui, one of the 21 great swords. Brook finally regains his shadow, but Oars is still nearly unstoppable. The crew fights with everything they have, but can't keep him down. Then comes one of the wildest transformations in One Piece, Nightmare Luffy. By absorbing 100 shadows from prisoners of Thriller Bark, Luffy grows massive with blue skin and overwhelming strength. Nightmare Luffy pummels Oars with devastating blows, giving the crew a chance to strike back. But the power fades after 10 minutes, and the Straw Hats are once again on their own. In the final moments, Luffy returns with his own strength. After a grueling battle, he uses Gum Gum Jet Gatling to deliver a barrage of punches, finally defeating both Oars and Moria. Just as the crew breathes a sigh of relief, a new enemy arrives. Bartholomew Kuma, another warlord of the sea. Kuma is calm, soft-spoken, but terrifyingly powerful. His pawpaw fruit allows him to repel anything. Air, attacks, even pain. Kuma's mission is to capture Luffy, and the exhausted crew can't resist. Kuma offers a deal. He will spare Luffy if someone else takes on all of Luffy's accumulated pain. Sanji volunteers, but Zoro knocks him out and steps forward. Kuma releases Luffy's pain in the form of a massive bubble.
今こいつの体から弾き飛ばしたものモリアたちとの戦いで蓄積された全てのダメージがこれだの苦痛を受けろただでさえ死にそうなお前がこれに耐えきることは不可能死に至るしてみろどうだ
場所だけ変えさせてくれ
Zoro takes it all. Hours later, Sanji finds him standing, bloodied and broken, surrounded by a pool of blood.
What happened here? Nothing at all.
When asked what happened, Zoro whispers, "Nothing happened." It's one of the most legendary sacrifices in anime history, showing Zoro's unshakable loyalty to Luffy. With Moria defeated and Kuma gone, peace finally returns. Brook, moved by the Straw Hats' strength and kindness, officially joins the crew as their musician. His music fills the Sunny with joy, and his dream of reuniting with Laboon is now shared by the entire crew. The Straw Hats sail away from Thriller Bark, stronger than ever, but carrying scars from the battles they endured. Ahead of them lies the Sabaody Archipelago, where their journey will take an even greater turn. And that wraps up the Thriller Bark arc recap, a bizarre, spooky, and unforgettable adventure that gave us comedy, action, and one of the most selfless sacrifices in One Piece. Thanks for watching Anime Flash Recap. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more One Piece recaps, and tell us in the comments, what was your favorite moment in Thriller Bark?